All right, so welcome to Broom Talk, the podcast where witches, healers, and magic makers gather to share their journeys, their magic, and their truths. I'm your host, Priestess Melissa of Enchanted Dragonfly, inviting you to take a seat at the broom circle because the real magic is in the stories we tell. So let's stir the cauldron and speak the spell. So I have another magical being with me today. So tell us your name and your business name.
My name's Kim Landini, and I'm co-founder of the Academy of Psychic Arts. It's an online school and readings and all of that.
Nice. Can you tell us a little bit about what you do there?
What I do there is I have a number of readers and I have a number of teachers all over the world. And they teach, I can do Reiki. I do most of the classes right now. Card reading, mediumship is my biggest thing. That's my biggest thing is mediumship. And past life regression, psychic development, hypnotherapy, all of it.
Sounds great and busy, right?
I'm very busy, but I'm more busy at the shop. I have an office, and I do mostly in person and phone, and I teach classes every Thursday.
Nice.
So yes, I'm very busy, and I teach school too. So
oh wow,
yes,
busy girl.
Very.
And you said that you were online, and are you located in any physical locations as well?
Yes, I'm at A Touch of Magic, but I have my office there, so I work out of that building.
Nice.
Yes, it's a great community. So.
Good.
We all help each other and take each other's classes and try to be better individuals because of each other.
Yes. Yeah. It's good to have that connection, but also still be a student, right?
Yes, I teach tons and I still will take the classes,
yes, absolutely. There's always something to learn.
It's this is a lifelong learning situation. Awesome. You can't just rest on your laurels.
Yeah, it's very true. Very true. How did you start doing what you do?
I started years ago with Reiki. I had gone to Maureen Hancock, and she said, you have the gift, and you need to take my class. And I said, oh, okay. So I was scared to death because I grew up with this. So growing up, and everybody that's a medium has grown up with the fear or with the ability to take in energy, emotions. I couldn't even go into like antique stores, anything where people had things that had passed away. It was too much for me, but no one knew why. So I took Maureen's class probably about almost 20 years ago, and I really liked it. I was afraid. And then she's like, nope, you're the one who's afraid, you sit in the middle. And I was able to read everybody in the room.
Nice.
And so I said, all right. And she was going to do a television show, so she wasn't going to be teaching. And so she sent me to another woman, Jackie Walkis, and that was a lot of fun. And so we had a group of about 10 of us, and we developed it together. So we had like an advanced mediumship class, and she led it, but we're all friends still. And that was years and years and years ago. And then my dad got sick with esophageal cancer. So I started taking Reiki, thinking I'm going to help with that. And, it helped him. He said it did. But the mediumship is what really healed the two of us, I feel. Because he would say, you sure? I'm like, I'm sure, Daddy. I swear to God. And so he started watching what I was doing. He saw me doing readings, at a yoga studio, and he saw that the mediumship was real. So he made my own website, and he said, you can go off on your own.
Nice.
So I did, and it helped me. I don't think I would have made it through his passing if I didn't have the mediumship. I'm Catholic, and that's great, but that wasn't doing it for me. I needed my spiritual path. I needed to use my gift to heal myself. So now every time I read someone and, I'm saying wanderlust, and they're pulling up their shirt showing me their tattoo wanderlust, I know my dad's there, and I know the people are there, and it's an affirmation every time. So it's addictive.
Yeah, I can see that.
So I just started getting bigger as far as business wise. And now I do events, and I do group readings, and I teach, and it helped heal me.
Oh,
it was a healing
good.
thing. And then I wrote a book about my healing process. Well, not just healing. It was a fictional book, but it was really me and my family getting through it.
Oh, nice. And I'm sorry for your loss.
It was a long time ago, but it's just like it's always new.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like sometimes things happen to you in life to make you come out of your shell.
Yeah, I agree. Absolutely. Especially if you were meant to come out of your shell and you haven't yet. It's something will come along and kind of push you out.
Yeah. Like I tell the people all the time, it's going to hit you in a hammer if you walk away.
Yeah.
You're coming back. Not necessarily me, but you are going to come back to the spiritual path because that's what's happening in the universe right now. Everybody's being awakened. We're trying.
Mm-hmm.
I try to get as many people in as I can for healing.
Yeah.
To show them you can connect to the other side on your own. You don't just need me. We just need to train you how to do it.
Yeah.
And some people are going to be much stronger than others, but everybody has that ability.
It's fascinating, isn't it?
Yeah. It really is. It makes you feel good when they walk out and they're like, I got signs.
Yeah.
And then they're calling and texting. What do you think? I'm like, what do you think?
Yeah. What do you think? Not what I think.
You need to use your intuition on this one.
So true. Absolutely. And what type of practitioner are you?
Well, I'm a Reiki master. I'm a hypnotherapist. I'm a regular teacher by day. Mediumship is my biggest thing because I think that's the biggest healing modality I can do. I read cards. Trying to think, I do so many different things, but it's all in the healing realm.
Nice. And then that's important that you're able to find different ways to do the healing that you provide. So you have different ways to do it, especially depending on who needs the healing, what type that they need.
Exactly. That's why I always ask everybody, what class do you want?
Yeah.
Even if I'm not 100% sure, I will research it for the next 3 months and then we'll go for it.
Nice. Yeah.
You have to be open and try new things. That's why I said, it's a lifelong learner.
Absolutely. And always be a student. I always say that. Always being to learn something. Yep. What is your spiritual origin story or an awakening moment?
An awakening moment. This is an interesting one. The awakening moment was at the beginning, with the Reiki. I started drawing symbols and I didn't know what they were. And then I wrote down the word Sanskrit and I'm like, what the heck is Sanskrit? Now, I went to college and I took history of India and everything else, so I should have remembered what Sanskrit was, but I would always just free write. And so I looked and I said, oh my God, this is what they use for Reiki. So I went to Boston with my Reiki master. She worked at a hospital in Boston where I got my knee replaced. I can't even remember the name of it. But anyway, we were able to work on people in hospitals, and she trained me until I was a Reiki master teacher. And that was the beginning there. And then, but it was right before that, and I don't know if I was even realizing that was an awakening. I had this anxiety that was so far out of control. And you can look at anxiety as being afraid or being excited, and I said, something's not right at all, but what is it? And then one night I was laying in bed, like completely overwhelmed, not knowing where I was going with this, and couldn't sleep for a couple of days. And then all of a sudden an owl just started hooting so loud outside. And I took that as a sign because I woke up that next morning and I felt good.
Ah, good.
And I said, all right, I know what I'm supposed to be doing, and I'm anxious because Spirit's telling me to do it and I'm not listening. So then I just started listening.
Yeah. It's like if you're not listening for the first couple of times, it seems to get more intense the next message, and the next message gets more intense until it's like, hello,
right.
I'm talking to you.
It's like, do you ever want to sleep again?
Yes, actually I do.
Right. And I had 2 young kids, so I'm you don't know what's going on. you know,
Yeah.
but they just keep hitting you in the head with that hammer.
Hello.
Yeah, it's great. I think I read every book there ever was at Barnes and Noble, just to find out my own philosophy too. You know, you have to read and read and read to find your belief system.
Yep. You keep learning until you find that something that's for you. And interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's fun.
Yes. Yeah. What's your daily spiritual or magical practice like?
My daily, I always pray in the car, and I probably don't do normal prayers that other people in the spiritual place. You know, I say, okay, put a white light of love, divine protection around me, and only let me work for the best and highest good of everybody. But for some reason, that Catholic part of me, I just still do Our Fathers all over the place. And I pray to my people, but you know, it's the intention. It's not what you're saying. It's the intention that you're giving out to the universe. So they know what I'm doing.
Well, yeah, that's the beauty about it being your practice and your magic. You can take pieces of this and this and this and make it your own, and whatever it is that works for you. And there's nothing wrong with that, right? It's supposed to be like that. I
joke around. I say I'm the Catholic witch.
Yeah. there's how many practitioners are out there that would say that they're a Druid witch or a Buddhist witch, or what have, because they're taking pieces of whatever beliefs that work for them. So that's, you know, it's not as far-fetched as you would think that would be.
Right. Yeah. And people laugh. I'm like, no, hey,
it works for you, right? It's not for them. So.
I don't have the beliefs of everything. It's just, I'm like a cafeteria person. grabbing this, grabbing that, like whatever. It works for me.
It's a magical buffet.
Yes, I like that, a magical buffet.
Who or what inspires your path the most?
My mom and my dad. Because my mom, one day, she said, well, you knew you were different. I'm like, no, actually, I just thought I was weird. You didn't tell me, like, this was part of it. And I should have known, because she would buy me astrology books. She would buy me my first tarot. Now, she's a major Catholic, so this was strange coming from her. And then one year she said, I just want to pay for 2 readings for people that can't afford it. And I said, you really do believe in me, Mom, don't you? She goes, of course I do. And then my dad did too. Some of my family, you know, we don't really, it's not like they don't support me. They do. They're just not like big into it, you know, that type of stuff. And my husband has always been right there with me.
Nice.
When I was afraid to bring ghosts home, you know, during my classes, he'd drive. I don't know what he was going to do. But he's like, I'll go with you. I know you can do this. I'll go with you. And I'm like, all right. So he drove me for a good year to Bridgewater, doing different classes and things like that.
That's wonderful.
Yeah. So I've had a lot of support of the family. Not at first. They thought I was insane. But then once they saw, wow, she has the job. Now she teaches what I spent so much money on learning, you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
So now they love it.
Yes. Good. Excuse me. What was the biggest challenge you faced on your journey, and how did you overcome it?
I just, the biggest challenge was I'm a school teacher. So I was like in the spiritual closet, I call it.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want parents to know I was a reader in case they judged me. Luckily, John Edward and everybody was out in the open, and, you know, it became a popular thing at that point. So that kind of helped. But I know my bosses weren't pleased that I had another business doing it, you know, because people would find out. And then I finally said, I don't care. I don't care. This is my life. I can teach, and I can still be a good person to my kids. I don't put any of my influence on them. You know, I don't talk about it. I don't read for anyone under 18. You know, if they were a student, they have to wait until they graduate, you know, so there's nothing, you know, that anybody could ever say.
Right. And it's like that fine line of being a minor still. So,
and I don't really believe in minors getting readings too much anyway, because they're too young. They need their free will. They need to figure out who they are, not have someone tell them who they are.
I agree. Yeah.
Absolutely. So, I'm not big on that.
Yeah, I agree. I'm the same. Like, if I'm giving a reading or someone's taking a class, they have to be over 18 for it.
Yeah.
No,
Yep.
absolutely.
Or the parent has to be with them and they can't be from around here.
Right, yeah. True.
And the kids know what I do. They're fine. I just tell them I teach spiritual classes and they're like, oh, okay, that's
so cool. Yeah.
You know, they have no idea. They come up to my desk. They're playing with my crystals. They don't know what the heck it is. I'm like, I know you don't. That's fine.
Yeah. What tools, methods, or spirits guide your work?
I like the cards. You know, people like to see something tangible. So, you know, the cards are good. The tools, I use my spirit guides for my mediumship. You know, Reiki, all that type of stuff. I just had to open myself up and learn a ton of things. So that way, like you said, when you have different people, each person needs something different. And you need to have a toolbox. Yeah,
I agree.
You know, so if they want cards, they can get cards. If they want me to teach them how to use a pendulum, I'll teach them how to use a pendulum or the dowsing rods or, you know, psychometry, whatever they want, you know, what resonates with them.
Yeah.
The only thing I still can't figure out are the runes.
Yeah, they're tough. Yeah, it took me a while to get a hang on it, but it's, yeah,
people ask for that. I'm like, I think somebody else needs to do that part. Because I go by intuition on almost every part of my life. And, you know, my readings, everything.
Yeah.
And there's not enough intuition there. Just like I don't like tarot.
Okay.
It's just too concrete for me.
Yeah. Yep, I get that.
Yeah.
Yep. How do you stay energetically protected and grounded?
I'm barefoot constantly. Nice. I go to the beach as much as I go barefoot even in the winter. That and I meditate and I have a million animals and they ground me. I have 3 dogs, a cat, and I'm a wildlife rehabilitator.
Oh,
so
wonderful.
There's always something coming in and it just grounds you. Like I have a baby squirrel I'm fixing up right now. And
that is so awesome.
Well, it's great because my mind goes 100 miles an hour and I've learned to stop it. You know, when it comes to readings, I can just disassociate and do that type of thing. But the little animals and dogs, they make you slow down.
Yeah.
They drink a drop at a time and a drop at a time.
Yeah.
And you have to sit there still and just be in the moment. And to me, sometimes that's a meditation. You know, because you're just communing with nature.
Yeah.
And I think nature does that.
What is one animal that you rehabilitated that stands most out in your mind?
I had flying squirrels last year.
Oh.
I do a lot of bunnies, but these flying squirrels came and I didn't even know we had them in the area. And this guy brings them. I'm like, I don't know what these are. So I figure, I'm like, oh, they're flying squirrels. So they were infants and it was September and they need to be weaned for 12 weeks minimum. And then it was winter. They couldn't go. Yeah. So I had 2 flying squirrels in my house for close to a year until I was able to release them this summer. They finally decided to leave. For the first month, they didn't want to leave. Yeah. They just wanted to jump around the curtains in my house and come visit us when we're watching TV in bed. Like they would just, I never thought they'd leave, but I had the door open all night. They're nocturnal. And then I had the door open all night. I had their cage open all night. Like they could come and go until they were accustomed. And then I had a cage outside too. And they finally went on their own. But oh my God, I love them. My husband loved them.
Oh, you see their little faces.
Oh my God. Yeah, I'd go to the refrigerator and I had them so they could go outside off the slider. And they would dive bomb you. And you didn't even see it coming. I'm like, whoa. I'm like, you're going to
see, one's in your hair or whatever,
Yeah. And my dogs are used to all this type of stuff, so they don't even flinch. You know, they're like,
cute.
I know I'm not supposed to touch them.
But they're just so cute.
Yeah.
What's one common misconception about your craft or your work?
That it's fake.
Yeah.
That it's fake, that you're scamming people. Yeah. And I find that the hardest, but I also decided that was another turning point. if somebody, like, I won't do readings in someone's house normally because
Mhm.
usually the energy isn't what I need it to be.
Mm-hmm.
I like my office. I like reading at Touch Magic, but I need good energy.
Mm-hmm.
And I decided, when you go to a party, you do a party. There's always going to be the naysayers in there.
Yeah.
And they just want to come in. I'm like, listen, I don't have time for this.
Yeah.
You have 10 minutes, so get with the program or we're done.
Yeah.
I've done this long enough. I know what I'm doing. If you're not coming in with that open mind,
Mm-hmm.
I want nothing to do with you. And luckily, Spirit doesn't send them to me.
Oh, yeah.
It was like a test at the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what are you going to do?
Mm-hmm.
And I decided that I was just not going to do it. And I'm like, until you put this down and, get your wall down, I'm not going to be able to help you, I'm not here to prove it to you.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, obviously I'm there to prove it, but not
more of a service to them, not to authenticate yourself.
Right. I'm not a party trick.
Yeah, right.
And people look at it sometimes as a party trick. And I'm like, if I was doing party tricks, I wouldn't be doing it for 20 years. Yeah. I wouldn't have a decent reputation,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you share a powerful or a memorable client transformation?
Oh, that's really good. I have had so many. Well, I have a lot of my clients turn into my students.
Nice.
And I have a retired teacher that I'm turned into friends with at this point, but I've trained her for at least 5 years in advanced mediumship. Mm. And she turned into, and at first, she was new. Everybody's getting their footing. And I watched her learn in such a different way from me because she was an English teacher too. But her whole life is organized. She organizes my life now. She's like, you have class on Thursday, because I never know what class I have. I never know what my reading dates are. Like, people just text me, hey, you have a reading, Yeah. I'm like, oh my God, I forgot. And, this is your class this week. And I watched her with her templates and her graphic organizers, and I watched her get Spirit, and I showed her these, the CERT method and all that, but then she started putting everything together, and then she laminates everything that I give as notes.
Oh, nice.
So that way they have the notes. And she just showed me that you could be from the very beginning. And I do it, I feel like I have two brains. Yeah. Like I can read a book and do a reading at the same time.
Nice.
It's like my brain's two different things. Mm-hmm. Hers is straightforward, and she still did it. And I always tried to say, you really have to you have to separate. You almost have to disconnect when you're doing mediumship.
Yeah.
And let Spirit in and just go with the flow, do that thing. And she put it in a methodical way. And I was trained in a methodical way, the Spiritualist Church and the CERT and all that. But, she did it herself. She came up with her own way.
Nice.
With what I've given her. So now she's a reader there.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And nice. She's come so far, but offered me so much.
Yeah.
Because not everybody learns the same. Mm-hmm. And some people learn the way she does it.
Yeah.
And I never asked her to do any of these things. Yeah. She just does it. She's like, I like being here. I like doing it. So she organizes my world. Nice. And I give her free classes.
Oh, that's nice. It's a nice exchange, and it's nice to see somebody who is a client grow and not only be a part of what you're doing, but to see her grow doing her own thing now too. Yes, right? So
that's the goal. I always want people to be able to go off on their own if that's what they want to do, and I support that.
Yeah,
100%.
Absolutely.
The minute I think somebody's ready, I tell Deb, I'm like, nope, they're ready.
Nice. Yeah, important too. Yeah, and I love that.
There's enough for everybody.
There really is. It's so vast and so abundant. Absolutely. What sacred self-care practices keep you aligned?
I don't do so. I get my nails done. I'm not like this big. I shop on Amazon, there's really nothing big about it. I'll buy my spell candles. Mm-hmm. Oh, you know what I love? A manifestation board. I always make a vision board.
Nice. Yep.
My kids make them. I train them young. So, yeah, I always have that. And that just leads me in the right direction with my goals, and they come true.
Nice. Yeah. Yep. And even doing something like getting your nails done or buying yourself something, that's self-care too, because you got to take care of yourself and do little things for yourself, and I find that it's very important.
I do too. You
can't pour from an empty cup, right?
Right.
Yeah, absolutely. What does success look like to you as a spiritual business owner?
Success is watching my clients grow spiritually. That's what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
I just like to see them grow. I like to give them opportunities.
Yep.
Especially like on the website. It's like, you want to give it a shot? Let's give it a shot. Everybody needs that beginning. And I was very lucky when I started. I just walked into the yoga studio and said, do you need a reader? And she looked at me and she goes, you kind of have an angel quality. Yeah, I do. I said, well, don't you want me to read you? She's like, sure. But yes, you can work here whenever you want.
Oh, nice.
So I rented an office out of there. And then it changed hands, and I still was working there, but my friend Deb, who owns A Touch of Magic, I was friends with her for years, and they had a lot of witchcraft things, and I was afraid of it. I didn't know. So they were afraid of my mediumship, not her, but other people. It was funny. I'm like, the witches are afraid of me, and I'm afraid of them. And I had no idea because I wasn't raised with that belief system. And then I'm like, oh my God, this is my belief system. I am a Catholic witch, and so I said, can I be the house medium and, read the cards here? Because she had asked me before. I said, but I'd like to switch it up. So I went there, and I've been there for 5 years. But
nice.
we were such good friends. I just had to open myself a little bit more. Right.
Yeah, because it's different perspective, sometimes looking at things with different eyes, where you kind of not put yourself in somebody else's shoes, but kind of in their world a little bit to see what's going on, and then it just opens your perspective, and that one step towards a different direction opened a whole new path for you.
Yeah, it did. Right? It did. It was like I always have this fear in me, like, even when I do group mediumships and I have 20 or 25 people in front of me, you have that jolt of anxiety. And then you're like, oh, this is what I was supposed to be doing. Yeah. And going there, I was like, oh my God, this is home. Yeah. And that it's a little healthy to have that little bit of nervousness. I feel like it keeps you humble just a little bit. Oh, yeah. Yeah. If you don't, I always say, if you're not humble in mediumship or doing cards, Spirit's not helping you. I feel that way too. They will not help you. If you're in it for money, because I have people come in, I want to do this for a living. And I'm like, and that's a nice goal, but it's not probably, just doing this is, if you have your own shop and you're, trying something like that, but just trying to do this as a full-time job, it's not feasible for most people. Right. You'd have to have a lot of readings. Charging a lot of money to do the readings to actually make just a living on that. And kudos to people who can do it, but it's few and far between. That, and to be reading like that constantly must drain somebody. Yeah. Because that's a lot of energy connection too. So I know if I'm doing a lot of readings in one day, I'm like exhausted. Oh my God, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I like about 4, if I have hour-long readings, like 3 or 4 is enough. That's, and even an hour long, by the end of that 1 hour reading, it's like, that's a lot. I tell people, you probably only need a half hour. Yeah, I agree. There's a lot of information. I know. Then my head's spinning. I'm like, all right, and then we get this one and this one. I'm like, all right, is there anybody else that wants to come through at this point? But, right. Oh, excuse me. Do you follow the moon, astrology, or seasonal cycles in your work? I follow the moon. I like to make, I make like my sprays, like my cleansing sprays and my different types of sprays. So my daughter lives in Hawaii. Oh, nice. So I have her send me moon water. Oh, and then, nice. So whatever one it is, like the wolf's moon, then I make it with that and nice. Spritz that up. So I follow the moon in that way. And then my brother, when he was at the Cape House, he would always get me the moon water.
Mm.
And it was the funniest thing because I knew he believed in it, but he would take a video to prove it or pictures to prove he was down there with his wife grabbing the moon water.
Yeah.
So I definitely follow the moon. Astrology, I believe in horoscopes and all that, and I believe in all of it.
Charts.
I do. But I just never have time to like delve deeper.
Right. Yeah, it's a whole other world. Yeah.
It really is. And they know what they're doing. And it's like, okay, I'll take a class here, I'll take a class there, try to figure it out, but I'll never say I'm good at it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's, I mean, it's like trying to learn just being a reader or being a medium. It's a whole different world, and to dive in, there's so much to learn, and it could be a rabbit hole real quick.
Right. And then I teach during the day. I'm constantly taking classes for that. I'm doing what I like. I pick what I like.
Yeah Good. What's something you wish more people knew about energy work, divinations, rituals, what have you?
I wish they knew it was real and that they could do it themselves. You know, I wish they understood, yes, you can manifest things.
Yeah.
And don't give up on that, because a lot of people make a vision board and then put it away.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, you have to look at that every day.
Yeah, and have that visual, and which is important in manifestation.
And when you're waking up, say, this is going to happen. Because every time I've done it, and I get lazy too, but every time I do it, it comes to fruition. And then, you know, obviously, if somebody's sick, it doesn't always come to fruition. Right. But, you know, like one day I'm like, I want a Volvo. And I'm like, put it on there just for the heck of it. And then I had to get a new car, and I didn't even realize it. I bought the Volvo that it drew. You know, it's like the silliest things. Yeah. But they come true. So you have to put them on every time until they do. Yeah. I still didn't win $1 million either, though. Yeah.
No, but I mean, maybe it's on its way to you.
But I'm not getting rid of it.
Yeah. No, I wouldn't either. Like, maybe it's $1 million, so maybe it's taking a little longer.
Right.
If you could give one piece of advice to someone just starting their path, what would it be?
Read everything. I tell people, read everything. Take classes with as many people as you can. Yeah. You know, just not with me. I tell them, you don't just take classes with me. I want you to take classes with people so you can build your belief system. Yeah. Because it's your belief system, and it has to be authentic. Yeah. And the only way to do that is to read everything.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. And there's so much material out there, and books, articles,
podcasts, YouTube.
Podcasts,
and I tell them, when you start reading the book, if it doesn't resonate, put it down, get another one. You know, you don't have to read the book. You just try it.
Yeah, give it a chance, see how it works out. And, what magic are you currently brewing in regards to classes that you're doing? Any events that you're doing right now that you would like to talk about?
I teach every Thursday at A Touch of Magic. So I rotate what I teach. I just did tea leaf reading 2 weeks ago. I did beginner mediumship last week. Advanced mediumship is this Thursday. Then I have a seance. And then past life regression. What else do we do? Oh, we're going to do a scrying.
Oh, nice.
I thought that would be fun. Yeah. People want to learn how to scry.
Like with a mirror?
With a mirror and maybe a ball too.
Oh, yeah.
We found some really good, they're balls.
Like crystal balls?
Yeah, like crystal balls, but they have some black ones too, obsidian.
Okay.
So
yeah.
I'm going to let everybody test it out. And then, of course, you use water and candles, and but just to try to give everybody a taste of everything. Yeah. You know, I mean, even with scrying, you can use a carpet. I try to explain to them. You can read the wallpaper if you're doing it right.
Yeah. Is that something you just need that surface to focus on, or point to focus on? Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And then I'm teaching Reiki. I try to switch it up a lot, you know, just to keep people. And then when somebody says they want something, then I'll teach that too.
Nice.
And then I do ladies' night month. My friend and I, she's another teacher, so she'll teach the craft. And then I do mini readings
nice.
as she's doing the class, and those fill up really quick too.
Oh, I bet. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Food, drinks, and readings.
Yeah.
Craft. Can't beat that.
Little night out. Yeah. Absolutely. So now I have some fun questions for you.
All right.
What is your sun, moon, and rising sign, if you know them?
No, I don't. I'm March 15th. That's all I know. I follow the moon, the full moon, and the waning moon, but I really don't know.
I read charts, so I will write charts out. So if you like, I can send your chart to you. You'll have all
that's
the
cool.
Yeah. I just need information from you. We can talk about that later. But
yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite crystal or herb or tool that you work with?
The crystals. Like I bought this after my dad passed. It's an aquamarine.
Beautiful.
And this helps you connect to the other side.
Ah.
So that's why I bought it. So I'd always have that connection to him. Yeah, I spent a lot of money on that one.
Yeah.
But I wanted that connection. But I like to just collect them and see what resonates with me that day, and then use that. So
nice.
I'm one of those equal opportunity people.
Yeah. Give all the crystals a chance.
Yeah, exactly.
Nobody's getting left out. What's your magical nickname or archetype that you resonate with?
Probably Catholic Witch.
Yeah.
I have so many nicknames, so everybody just calls me Kim, but then, I have KJ, the Riddler, like you name it. I have a million nicknames, but as far as this, I just want my name because that's who I am.
Nice. Tea or tincture?
Tea.
Nice. And I know you said no tarot or tarot runes, so tarot. Cauldron or candle?
Candle.
Nice. And if your spirit guide had a voice, what would it sound like?
Dumbledore. He does.
Oh, that's awesome. I love it. Yeah.
Yep. All my spirit guides are in a room I created in my mind. And downstairs are all my family members that passed. And upstairs, and I didn't even know I had the downstairs, but I found the downstairs. I'm like, Dad, I didn't even know they were all here. They were all there. And then upstairs are my spirit guides. And I have an education guide, and that's Dumbledore. He's like, it's not his name. I don't do names, but he does have that. So in the middle, if he wants to tell me something, he'll write in the book that's on the middle of the table. And then I'll know what's going on. And then I have humor guides and all different guides that I call on, but he's my main guy.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I can visualize it too.
Right. That's
what are you doing?
He does. He'll write something on there, and it could be just a few words, but I know what he's saying,
Nice. And you mentioned your pets earlier. Do you want to talk a little bit about them?
My pets?
Yeah.
Sure. I adopt, and my husband and I have been adopting. We always have 3 because the older ones train the younger ones. So, yeah, my dogs don't leave the yard. They just play outside. But I adopted my Pomchi after my Chihuahua passed, and that's who I have now is Peyton. And then I have Peyton Manning, my son named him. Everybody's after football practically. Then I have a white, what do you call her? I don't even know Great Pyrenees, pit bull mix. I got her. Where did I get her? They all come from the south. And then
Is she a big girl?
She's a big girl.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but short hair.
Yeah.
Very protective, super protective, a little scary protective, but
yeah, usually the females are more than the males.
Yeah, you catch her anywhere else, she's fine. You come in my yard, then she's like, I'm going to check you out. I'm going to check you out. And then I have a black dog. It's a Newfoundland, but a small one.
Oh.
And I got her in Long Island. My daughter and I saw her, and I said, we're going. She's like, right now? I said, yeah, we're going because somebody's going to take that one. So, but I've had so many dogs in the past. But like I said, I just rotate because everybody needs a home. And I know you have to grieve the other passing. And I do. But I don't wait too long. I let them pick the next one, and I use my intuition, which one I'm supposed to get. And that's what we do. We just try to save as many as you can.
Yeah.
But 3 is about as much as I can do at a time.
Yeah. When you say you let them pick the next one, you talk about the past one.
Right.
Isn't that something I've always believed that sometimes your past love pet will send you your next.
Oh, 100%. Because they know what you need at that time.
Yeah.
Like when my Gracie passed, she was the most lovable, just, she knew I needed that again. So she gave me Peyton, who's turned into a cranky old man, but he's good. He's good then. Yeah, I was like, really? But
that's cute. I love it though.
Yeah, but they definitely pick them for you. I go on Pet Finder and I'm like, there we are.
And
I'm like, you look like hell. I guess you're mine. Yeah, I try to pick like the ones that you can see, need something.
Yeah. Sometimes it's and they make the best pets. Sometimes they're more grateful, or if
they're healthier.
Yeah, absolutely. So those were all the questions I had for you today.
Well, thank you for having me.
Thank you for joining me. And was there anything else that you wanted to talk about?
No. If you ever need me, I'm at A Touch of Magic, or you can go on my website, which is the Academy of Psychic Arts, and I answer, and I'm best with text.
Nice. And I'm going to put a link in the description and how they can find you. Do you want me to put your Facebook page?
Sure. Yeah, okay. I have my Facebook page. I have my website.
Okay.
And
sounds great.
Yes.
Yeah. So I will put her in the description, and come check us out at Enchanted Dragonfly. We are a metaphysical shop at 99 Church Street, Whitinsville, Massachusetts. And follow this episode by subscribing to the channel, like this episode, help us keep growing and bringing all these magical people with all these magical conversations. And bless be everybody. Love y'all. Bye.